The best ability lineup in Madden 23. We are back here with another ability lineup, and today we got some insane AP across the board. Now, right before I do go ahead and jump into quarterback, then go into running back, I do want to go ahead and shout out the comment of the day. Now, when we're talking about ability lineups, AP, I'm going with the people with the best AP value. So at QB, there are a ton of options. Literally anyone with quad stack for 2 AP, potentially Kurt Warner, and like all the golden tickets are, you can put whoever right here. For me, I'm just going to put who I think is the best QB, which is Michael Vick. Literally, you can go anyone quad stack 2 AP though. And if you don't know what the quad stack is, Velo ability with pass lead elite or set feed lead, gunslinger, fearless, Howard master for 2 AP. Now at running back right here, again, you do have some really good options. We're looking for 2 AP for free. Now my halfback one, I'm going to circle back to a little bit later. My personal favorite combo for running backs and someone that I think is a beast, and not only do you get him next year if you do a set, it's Jahmyr Gibbs. Short and elite and human joystick is my favorite combo on him. Human joystick actually does a lot and kind of messes up like defender's pursuit. I love using this card. He's been the best running back I've used all year long. Now at receiver right here, we have a ton of options ranging from pretty cheap, like potentially free for Cooper Kupp, and also rookie premier cards that do get the 2-0 AP abilities. Cooper Kupp is going to be one of my choices. I really like this card, 6'2" height and short in, short out for 0 AP. I'm also going to have Colin Johnson as well. Again, short in, short out for 0 AP. And finally at wide receiver 3, honestly, you could have them in any order, but I will have T. Higgins, again, short in, short out for 0 AP. Now, a couple honorable mentions that I really like. I love Rashee Rice, and I also love Zay Flowers, short out and route tech for 0. If you want to put him above T or like Colin Johnson, I just went for the height and also the abilities as well. At fullback right here, I really don't think it matters. Probably the best one in the game though is Jim Taylor. Jim Taylor is absolutely insane. Now, so far on offense, we've only spent 2 AP, which again, that's why we're coming back to stuff. But now we're going to just go over offensive line, and I'm going to play people out of position right here. I'm going to start out with center, and with center, the reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to play Paris Johnson right here. The reason I'm doing that is he can get secure protector and post up for 0 AP, which I really do like. And then at both tackle spots are going to be right tackles. At one spot, I'm going to have Darnell Wright, and at the other one, I'm going to have DeJuan Jones. On DeJuan Jones, I'd run secure protector and all day. On Darnell Wright, I would run secure protector and nasty streak for 0 AP. And then at the guard spot, I'm playing 2 right guards. At the first right guard spot, it really doesn't matter who you play where, but Anthony Bradford and AJ Cann are both going to be on the team. AJ Cann can be our left guard, really doesn't matter. So on AJ Cann, I'd run secure protector and identifier, and Anthony Bradford, I'd run secure protector and threat detector. So in total, we have spent 0 AP on the offensive line, receivers. The only place we have AP right now is the quarterback. Now we're going to go to tight end right here. Tight end, I'm actually going to have 2 people. And the first one is probably the best receiving tight end in the game, Darnell Washington. I am mostly a fan of people under 245, but from a receiving standpoint, short and elite and matchup nightmare for 0 is ridiculously good. And finally, for a tight end 2, you can't argue he's tight end 1 though. I'm gonna have Thaddeus Moss, who does get short and elite and secure protector for 0 AP, so probably the best blocker out of the bunch, and he's still great as a receiver too. I just think matchup nightmare, it's really like the reason you would have Thaddeus Moss or just someone with secure protector right here is to really help block like the gotcha defenses like 6'1", 3'3" Cub. A lot of the stuff first like dollar blocking your tight end won't necessarily help, but I always like to be able to potentially block the tight end. And the reason why I didn't pick a running back earlier is the fact that right now on offense, we are spending 2 out of 6 AP, and we have everything we need, to be honest with you. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs is an amazing running back. My whole thing is, why not run the pre-lit now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? There's really no reason not to. And for that reason, we're just going to go flash. Like, there's literally no reason not to. There's so much AP to go around. Right now, again, we are just spending 3 out of 6 AP. So this is actually the issue that I ran into with this exact team. I did all the rookie premieres and I was like, I don't know what to put on offense. So I put red zone threat on Darnell Washington. I put protected on my QB, which honestly is probably a waste. You could go potentially 3 red zone threats. You could do a lot of different things. On offense, you have more than enough AP to go around. You could really do whatever. Now we're going to go to the defensive side of the ball real quick, and I'm going to start it out with like pass rushers. For these people, it's kind of like a contrast, because there's people that will be better pass rushers than like run defenders. So it's really tough. Like Micah Parsons and also Lawrence Taylor, okay? They both get Edge Threat Elite and Double or Nothing for 0. Two of the better pass rushers in the game, which even if you're going up against secure pros, it can help pass rush points and that kind of stuff, but it does serve you nothing in the run game. So these two can be like your strict edge rushers, but then someone like a Lucas Van Ness and also a Terrell Suggs I really like as well, this time more in the run game. Terrell Suggs is just really great overall, can get pick artist, tackle supreme for 0. I really like Terrell Suggs, but again, Lucas Van Ness is also amazing. Could get no outsiders and secure tackler. So I think Lucas Van Ness so far probably the best person you could have in the run game. Now when we're going over to right end right here, again, we're going with people that get 2 0 AP abilities. Tyree Wilson I think is really great. Also John Runyon, both are really good. I'm gonna go Tyree Wilson though, and Tyree Wilson can get things like no outsiders, unpredictable, or edge threat, unpredictable. Again, more of a pass rusher than a run defender, but I still think he is great either way. And for defensive tackle, one of the first ones that comes to mind is the free Fletcher Cox, who he can go ahead and get tackle supreme and inside stuff. One of the best ability combos in my opinion to help stop like the AKA X Factors. And one of my favorite cards in the game, period. This card has actually grown on me a lot. Tuli Tupalotu, can't say his name, but he is a beast. But again, he can get inside stuff and tackle supreme, pretty similar to Fletcher Cox. And the last really like great like 00 AP ability person, I'm still gonna say Derek Brown. Now, do I think Derek Brown outplays John Madden? No. I would run John Madden over Derek Brown, but again, this is strict AP value, gets inside stuff and Double or Nothing both for 0. Now, I'm just going to round out middle linebacker right here. One of the best ones in my opinion, probably the best still, is Patrick Willis. And also the only other one that I think is great is Kiko Alonso, just because he has all 99 everything. So these will be my 2 middle linebackers. You don't really get 00 AP abilities yet, but there will be some rookie premieres that do. And now we get to talk about the secondary, which is really important. I think in the game now, you are in a position where you can run hybrid. And I think for a while the AP wasn't there to run hybrid, but now it's back because there are just so many crazy discounts. So we're going to be going over every person that I would play in my secondary. First one, Justin Fields. Justin Fields, you can move him to a top safety spot or you can play him at corner. Deep out zone KO, deep route KO, both for 0. What does that mean? Hybrid scheme. You could potentially run a medium route KO on top of that for 1. You could run mid zone on there for 1. I think he's just extremely versatile. Now at CB2, again, someone that I actually play at safety, Byron Jones. I run deep out zone KO, inside shade, and deep route KO for 1 AP. And you could potentially, if you want to run just strict zone with them, deep out zone KO, mid zone for 0. Like I said, I think no matter what, like man or zone, I would probably have both of these cards on the field. Maybe I move Justin Fields to like CB4 because I'm kind of like a little bit worried about that. But after that, a must that I think should be on the team too is DJ Turner. I know not everyone will like this card because he is a man corner, but inside shade, deep route KO for 0 is just too great to pass up, man. If you're in a strict zone coverage scheme, I get why you wouldn't want him, but I really feel like he's a must. And for CB3 right here, I am going to go ahead and go Joey Porter Jr., the Compass Reward. And again, man or zone, universal coverage for 1 AP. Universal is really inconsistent, but when it's on, it's kind of crazy. If you don't want to run DJ Turner, the person that I'd go for strict zone, kind of tough, man. That is kind of tough. I think there are a lot of good options. For zone, it's just to the point where anyone that gets like a 0 AP deep out zone KO, you could slot right there. Now moving up to top safeties right here, Jay Ward has to be on the field. I think he can get deep out zone KO and medium route KO, and then I run a deep route KO on top of that, again for a hybrid based scheme. You could go deep out zone KO, medium route KO, and mid zone for 1 AP as well. For your starting strong safety, you can't get this card yet, but I think it has to be Jamal Adams with that universal coverage for 1 AP. So in total right now, we're spending like 1 AP on 5 people in the secondary. Justin Fields can kind of be on the field. It just really depends on scheme. Now for your backup free safety spots and potentially like a user spot, I really like Julius Peppers as a user, so I'm going to slot him right here. Pick artist and acro on the user. And for a final sub linebacker right here, oh, this is tough, man, because you could user Ted Hendricks too. Oh, this is really hard. So I will say it depends, man versus zone. If you run zone, I'd go Kyle Hamilton really easily. So Kyle Hamilton, deep out mid zone, really nice. But if you run man, I'd go Jair Brown, which he can get deep out zone KO, deep route KO for 0. So you could run a medium route KO on top of that for 1 to round out your 6 AP. Honorable mentions, Kyle Hamilton, Ted Hendricks, really just depends on your scheme. If you want to use Ted Hendricks, you can. If you want 2 sub linebackers with him and Ted in the box, it makes sense. Finally, round out like special teams, I would just go someone with 99 kick power and clutch trade on yes. So I really like Adam Vinatieri as well. And finally, for a punter, really don't think it matters. Just get someone that could fake it. So I'm going to go Riley Dixon. this has been my best AP lineup. I think it's absolutely insane. I think offense's AP right now is actually broken. I think you could really say, hey, offense, you only get 2 AP. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden. And if you want to see me use a team just like this live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch to follow. We have been grinding the streams over there, so I would greatly appreciate that. And if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I used a pro level scheme in Madden 23.